And this class is all about opportunities and how to organize your deals. And this is also how you turn in your deals to the market center to get paid. All right, so today we're going to go over what is an opportunity, how to create a new opportunity, creating the loop and dot loop, how to submit your offers and commissions, and then there's different one-off situations that you might see, and how to problem solve for those. So what's an opportunity? It's a digital transaction folder that tracks your deals from cultivate to close. So essentially, it's your sales pipeline or your sales funnel. So it helps you track where your clients are in their buying process. There's different sections of each funnel. There's cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and closed. This is where you would turn your contacts into contracts. So it's how you can help track your clients and know where they are in their buying phase and how to reach out to them and when to reach out to them. So if you're navigating the dashboard to find it, it is the handshake symbol about halfway down. Okay, so when you're creating a new opportunity, some things you need to remember is you want to connect your dot-loop account to your command first. You want to add the contact information and tie together spouses or co-buyers or sellers, and I'll show you how to do that. There's different pipelines. There's listing, buyers, and leases. Most people live in the listing and the buyers. And then lastly, you want to make sure that the name of your opportunity must start with the street name and number when you're ready to turn it into the market center. So if you're starting an opportunity for a buyer, you're not going to have the name of the house they're buying right away. Just before you go to turn it in is when you would go and add that part in. Okay, so first you want to focus on connecting your dot loop to your command. That way it moves seamlessly. You'll do that by hitting your name, then settings, then connect and approve it, and it just ties it together very easily. All right, so after you've connected, you want to go into your contacts and add the contact in, whoever your buyer is. So we've got John Doe with his email. I suggest filling this out as full as possible with like phone numbers and tags and things like that, but for this example, I just did emails. And then once you have your first one created, you go, let's say there's a spouse involved or a co-seller, you'd put them in next. And then you would hit this add relationship and search for the original one. And now they're tied together. So it just makes it easier to find everybody. All right, so now that we've got the contacts added, now this is where you're going to start creating the opportunity. So my personal suggestion for using this tool to its full effect is using it to track your deals and your funnel. So I'm going to show you how to create an opportunity if somebody's just now interested in buying a home with you. So you'd hit create opportunity in the top right, select it. For this example, we're doing buyer. Then you throw your client's name in. And then you can see when you add the co-buyer right there, Jane will pop up because we've tied them together. Your commission rate, you'll put it in there. If it's not 100% accurate in this moment, that's okay. There's a way you can change it later down the road. All right, so now we've got your opportunity created and they're in your sales funnel. You can go and move them into different phases. So maybe when they're in the cultivate stage, they're like, hey, I think I want to buy a house in the next year. When you move them to appointment, it's when they've set an appointment with you because they're interested in actively talking about what kind of house they are looking to buy. And there's also within each opportunity phase, there's all the different stages within it, so you can get really down to detail on it. So now we're moving them into the active. They're actively looking for homes. You're actively showing them homes. So when you go back to your opportunities, you can see down in the buyer section right here, we've got one person in this part of your funnel. So you can quickly see at a glance how many people you've got in each stage. So you can kind of track how well your business is doing. So now this person's like, hey, I want to buy 123 Main Street. So since we're going to get ready to start turning in the deal, we're going up and changing the opportunity name to always start with the street name and number. Now we're going to the property to edit it, and we're pulling the property in. So that's how you start an opportunity. That's how you create it. You start by linking your dot loop together, and then you're going to put the contacts in and then create the opportunity with wherever they are in their sales funnel. And in that details page, you want to make sure you've got the personal information filled out and the property information filled out. Does anybody have questions on that section? All right. Next, we want to create the dot loop. So now that we have the opportunity created, now we're going to have the opportunity to create the dot loop. The reason you want to do it in this order is because that's how it syncs to each other and makes it a lot faster for you to upload your documents. So if you do it this way, you'll get a drop-down arrow where you can just select the documents you want to upload. All right, so this is how you would do that. Once you've got that details page filled out, you're going to go to documents, pick your checklist type. It'll almost always be residential. And then you can see on the left, there's different sections where these are all the documents you're required to turn in. You also have some that are conditional, like lead-based paint. You're not always going to turn that one in. But if you hit that start a transaction button right here, that's how that dot loop is created. So these drag and drops will turn into drop-down arrows. So you won't have to download your documents and upload them manually. You can do this way and you can just pick the exact document. So once you hit that start a transaction right there, it'll pick your dot loop profile that we've already connected. You're going to pick which type. So this is a purchase. And you can see how it's changed this all to drop downs now. So now all your documents will be in there. So then you would hit that go to transaction. Let me go back real quick. Do you guys see that? That was fast. I'm sorry. So right here, go to transaction. So that button will change from start a transaction to go to it. And that's how you'll go to your dot loop now that you've made for this. You can see that the name is in there the way, and then you would go to your templates in the folder and go to purchase forms, select all, and copy. And now all of your documents that you need for this dot loop are in there. So at this point, since I don't have a real client, I'm not sending these out to get signed, but this is at the point where you would send these documents out to get signed by your clients, and they would be back in this folder. So all your documents are in there, ready to go. And then you're going to go back to command, and you can see that you can go in, and now this drop down folder is full of all of those signed documents. So now you just go through and you just select each one, and it's pretty quick and easy to do. All right, so now that we've got them all filled out, at the bottom is this payout form. So since a lot of you are PC, this is where you would add your PC form that Patty gives you. So you can see commission, PC commission down there. And then you'd hit submit to MC, and that's you turning in your documents. So you,
PC.
that is productivity coaching. So a lot of people are on a team or they're in coaching. Some people do both. So a couple of people in here are.
You do one or the other.
Oh, you do one or the other. Gotcha.
Or both.
I was gonna say, you can do
I have
both.
some teams that I work with,
Yeah,
but if you're a solo agent, then you're with me.
yeah. So this is Patty. She's our PC coach. Basically, she's a coach to get you productively up and running your real estate business. So
Can do both.
you can, yeah. But I would talk to your rainmaker about that and then talk to Patty as well. So let's say you've got your deal turned in, you've submitted all your documents, but there was a purchase addendum or a price addendum. This is how you would go to add an additional document. You'd hit the three dots in the top right, add document. You type the document is, so we've got a purchase addendum being added in. You'd select the type, And then down here, you can see that these are all of the documents that are still in that dot loop that need uploaded. So they're still being saved. You'd pick the addendum and save. And at the bottom, you can see that additional document has been uploaded right here. And then when you're done with that, you go back to the top and hit submit to MC. Submit to MC is your like save button.
It's the old submit for review and Outlook.
So does anybody have questions on how to upload the documents?
Just wish we could get on to follow along.
I know, I'm so sorry. That was like the plan, but obviously.
Well, not your fault.
Oh, that's how the day's going. All right, so basically how it works when you're in any of your opportunities, there's different tabs, and if you just follow along each tab, you'll have it turned in correctly. So we've gotten the details tab done. We've got the documents tab done. Now we're doing the offers and commissions tab. This is where you will write in how much you're getting paid for your deals. Some things to remember is that you need to know your splits between the brokerage and your team. That's not information that we have. You need to know how much you're supposed to be paying out each person that you're involved with. Only work in numbers and not percentages. So you'll see right here that you've got this commission rate 2% and commission amount 7,000. Always just put this in and the percentage will auto change. It just works a little bit better. The commission always needs to have the doc fee added. So let's say your commission is 3% on a $100,000 home. So that means your commission is $3,000. You need to add in the doc fee. So that'll make it $3,250. If you are on a team, the Rainmaker always gets the unit. So if you're on a team and you have to add the agent of the Rainmaker in, the Rainmaker will get allotted the unit, not the team member. So it'll say 0 units for the team member, 1 unit for the Rainmaker. PC fees will always be put under agent pay as a deduction. I'll show you how to do that in here as well. And if you're on a team, your Rainmaker will get the deduction for PC and not the agent. So in here, we were in this details, that's where we started. Then we uploaded all of our documents. Now we're moving into the offers and commission tab, and you'll hit start an offer right up here. And you can go in and name your offer. I would suggest making it the street name and number. That way you can track it easily. And then you go out and fill out this information. So you pull the address in. It's residential. It'll almost always be a resale. The other options are like new home and things like that. Odds are you're going to be doing resales. How many units it involves? Most likely it'll be 1 if it's single family. You got to put in the seller's info. So right now we're pretending that we're buying the house. So I've got to put in the seller's name, who's going to be James Doe in this example. And then you fill out the sales price of the home. So we're doing 100,000. We're pretending that they are putting down $10,000 in cash. So there's a financed amount right here. They have earnest money down, which is $1,000, which is not held by the Market Center. The Market Center does not hold earnest money, so it'll always be this. Then you go back and put in your close date.
I'm sorry, you'll always have earnest money?
You won't always have earnest
No,
money. It depends on
but-
each deal.
If you have earnest money, then it will always be $1,000, is that what you just said?
No,
I misunderstood what you just said.
Okay.
I didn't have something, what did you?
if
just say?
there is earnest money, it will never be held at the Market Center.
Okay,
So I think the title company holds earnest money.
okay.
Okay, so you're gonna put your, no, you're fine. Anyone can stop me with questions at any time, more than welcome to. The close date, you'll put that in. And then if you go to create and accept your offer right there, if you have any errors, it'll let you know. So we had to go back and put in our contract date. And then your offer's been accepted. So now you've got the basic build out of your offer. So you see that this screen is now updated to have your commission overview, your commission information, and then agent payout at the bottom.
Can I interrupt for a second? You can put multiple offers, so
Oh, good.
if you're getting multiple offers on the property, you can put in all the offers. And then there's a report you can print out to give to the buyer or to the seller, I mean, that shows what each offer involves.
Interesting.
And then you just accept the one, which it's accepted, and it brings you to the screen.
For
You
your-
just type in the address again at the top and then type in the additional person.
Yeah, and you
Just
can
create
name them whatever you want, it could be offer 1, offer 2,
Okay.
offer 3.
And then this agent payment will already have a section made for you guys. Since I'm not an agent, I don't have that section already made, but when you guys see this, that will already be filled out. So I'm just gonna go in and add an agent, which I use Julie since she is one. You go in, you've got 1 unit. It'll always tell you what you need to do. So we've got 1 unit to disperse, so we're putting 1 unit in for her. So right now we're pretending we're a solo agent, which I think right now all of you guys are. Then you're gonna go in and put your commission amount, which is always gonna be the total commission plus the 250. And you're gonna hit save. So now we're 250 over, so we have to go back and update the commission that it pre-made for us based off the 3%. So you're gonna go up here and change it to 250, which was right here in this section, commission information. So you can see how we changed that number to 3250. It automatically fixed the percentage. So always work in whole numbers, not percentages. So now if you're a solo agent, this is all you have to do and you're done. You would hit submit right here and you'd be good to go. So you can see right there, this is how much you're gonna get paid. It'll already put in all your splits for you and everything for the brokerage splits. All right, so now let's say we're on a team and you have to add your rainmaker. So Brian, this would be for you. You would have to add Nick in. So you would go to this agent payment section and hit add another agent. You're gonna go find the agent.
So we have to do all this stuff when we close in order to get paid.
Yes,
Okay.
this is how the market center will know when they get the check from title, how to distribute that check. This has to be turned in before we get the check.
And you'll be doing this under the team account. Nick has a team account.
Okay, use his account, not my.
Yeah, you would use the team account,
You can flip to them.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to toggle between them. It's pretty easy. Okay, so we're adding in our rainmaker. We're making sure the rainmaker gets the unit. So it's right now it's saying we're 1 unit over. So that means, because right now I've got the solo agent as 1 and the rainmaker as 1. So what we're gonna do is add 1 for the rainmaker, and then we're gonna go back and make it 0 for the solo agent. And then we're gonna put in the commission as well. So whatever your guys' splits are, whatever you guys agree on as your team, we've got to go back up and update this. So we're pretending that his split is he's getting, I think it's $500 is what I wrote. But that's a number that you guys would know with whatever your deal is with your rainmaker. So Terry's in there correctly. Now we've got to go back and edit. So the team member needs to have 0 units and we have to take out $500 out of their commission. And then again, if there's any mistakes, it'll let you know that you can go up and fix them. Save. Perfect. So now if you're on a team and you're not in PC, now you're done. That's what you have to do to add your rainmaker in. You'd hit submit and you'd be good to go. And you can see the who's getting what right over here. Okay, lastly, now let's say you're in PC and you're on a team. Whether you're on a team or not, if you're in PC and you are not on a team, you would go and edit the agent payment for yourself up here. If you're on a team in PC, you would edit it for the rainmaker, but it'd be the same process either way. So you'd edit agent payment, scroll down to the bottom.
And regardless, the percentage for PC comes off the top of the commission. It doesn't come off of the agent side.
Cool, gotcha. You're gonna add a deduction.
Some confusion around that.
Yeah.
If I've done my job, you won't have to add the deduction here, but if I haven't done my job, you'll have to add it.
Does it auto?
It
It
should auto.
Should auto.
It should auto be there, yes.
Okay, if it's not there, this is how you do that, or this is how you add any deduction. So if you have like a TC
Like,
or,
his job depends on me doing mine.
yeah. But this is,
You gotta know who's in PC to put them in.
yeah, this is how you would add any deduction though. So if you use a transaction coordinator or anything, or you've got any sort of deduction, this is how you would do that. You would add a deduction at the bottom of edit agent payment. You would search deductions. So we're gonna go to PC and type in Patty. And then you would type in the amount. So whatever you know the amount is to be for her PC pay, this is where you would go and add it. So we're just gonna pretend it's $100 for this deal. Add the deduction, hit save.
Even though hers is a percentage, we don't, obviously, we never deal with percentages, we always deal with numbers.
Yep.
So we would have to calculate and figure out what that percentage and then input it, okay.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the reason it's that way is because you add the 250 into the commission, so it makes the percentages not accurate.
yeah.
So that's why.
Makes sense.
But then you can see over here, Terry's payout used to be 500, now it's 400. So now you can see that Julie's payment is here. Terry, the rainmaker, he's gotten that $100 deduction for PC and it's calculated right here. You can see the other deductions, that's the total down there. And then you'd hit submit and you're good to go. So that's pretty much the basis of turning in a deal with us. It's pretty simple and straightforward. If you guys have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or the closing department. I'll also have this video on my website so you can refer to it and watch it as you're turning in deals. That'll help. But does anybody have questions on like the basics of how to turn in a deal? No? Cool. So there are some one-off situations. Not every deal is straightforward, and there's some different examples. And just kind of how you would navigate those. So sometimes when you go to edit that property in the details, it doesn't pull up, or when you go to turn in your offer and it's saying like, oh, there's no offer here. What you need to do is you need to create the listing. So it'll say like, hey, if this property doesn't exist, there's a button that says create the listing. You're gonna go in and create the listing and make it an MC exclusive listing. This is not, you're not creating a new listing in the MLS. It's not that. It's just for back of house use. It's literally just for our market center. We're the only ones that can see this listing. It's just the way that that property will get tied to your deal, so we all know what that property is. Next is if you're paying another agent. If you're paying another Shervenic agent, please do not use the inside referral. They must be added as another agent to agent details. Click the add agent button in the right corner of agent details. So that's how I was showing how you guys would add a rainmaker, or if you guys are doing a deal together with somebody, that's how you would do that. If you have referrals, it is Shervenic policy that referrals should be paid directly by the title agencies. While we're happy to step in occasionally as a courtesy if someone gets missed, our goal is to have the title handle these payments. So that would go through them, not through us.
And you can mark that on the escrow letter. There's a place on the escrow letter that gets sent in to title for them to pay those outside referrals.
For the outside referrals, or a payment to a co-broke is missed or otherwise must be paid by the closing department, you must pay them as an outside referral, even in the case of a co-broke. You will have to add the outside referral amount to your commission detail to you will have to add the outside referral amount to your commission details and your agent details. Additionally, you will have to click add outside referral and follow the prompts. For inside referrals, if the same commission was subject to an inside referral / paying another Shervenic agent, your total commission would be $1,000. You would add the Shervenic or KWCR to your agent details and split the commission between the two of you per your arrangement. As a general rule, you get the unit and you pay the doc fee unless you have made another arrangement. Total commission equals the amount you expect to receive from the title. So this is really important to making sure those numbers match. So that way when closing comes to pay you, they know exactly what each dollar is allotted to. So your total commission should always be the amount you expect to receive from title. This currently includes the doc fee. If title is paying a referral or co-broke for you, this amount should be deducted from your total commission. Example, $750 commission plus the $250 doc fee equals $1,000 in gross commission, minus 500 outside referral / co-broke equals 500 total commission. Does that make sense for everyone? Perfect. Transaction coordinators. So some people use transaction coordinators, and basically what they're doing is everything I just showed you. That's what they would do for you. Transaction fees should be added as a deduction to the Rainmaker's commission details if you guys have a Rainmaker. If not, it'll be under yours. Make sure to distribute the commission appropriately to account for this. TCs may vary depending on your arrangement. So it's not a one-size-fits-all fee. It depends on whatever you two have come up with, what the payment is going to be for them to coordinate this. If you have a negative commission, don't panic. Generally, there's a placeholder deduction on your commission details, so we don't forget to adjust an amount and process your commission correctly. So would that mean if it's a negative commission, they would still go forward and turn it in, or do they need to
Yeah, they
fix
can
it?
turn it in. So sometimes, like with PC, we'll put a number, just a fake number in there that will alert us that we need to make sure that the number is right after it's submitted. There's a couple of those in there. I think she's gonna get to the slide with wrong spouse. So there's a couple scenarios that we kind of manipulate the system so it alerts us before we pay to make sure that the payment is correct. So if you see a big negative number like $1 million, negative $1 million, it's usually fine.
All right, next is incorrect agent or spouse deduction. If you see a wrong agent or spouse deduction, this means that you have added the wrong team member to your commission details and the commission is processed under another team member or spouse for profit sharing. So you just want to go in and fix that in that situation.
I think any of you have that situation, correct?
No, I think your eyes are all good. But that's pretty much everything. This is the QR code to scan to get these slides. Like I said, I'm also recording this and I'll post it on my website under, if you go to katieord.kw.com,